Today, we're going to tell you the 5 best stocks you can buy if you're worried about a recession.
I'm Nadia.
And I'm Nicole, and we're the Wealth Twins, and we're here to teach you. Don't worry about the news. We're going to talk about these stocks that are value plays, long term buy and holds that we like, but these are things that we like. We're not telling you to buy, hold, or sell anything. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, so don't come for us if you don't do your research and decide for yourself, right? So with that, let's jump into it. Go ahead, Nicole. Give us your first pick.
The first pick is one that most people never heard about, most likely, but they actually have heard of it. I'm talking about Church in Dwight, ticker symbol CHD. So let me pull
What
this up real quick and tell you what I mean about this.
Now what is that?
What Church in Dwight is, it's the company that makes Arm& and Hammer. It's the company that makes Orajel. It's the company that makes Trojan. It's the company that makes Waterpik. All right. This is the company that, and also it's the company that makes pregnancy tests, first response pregnancy
A
tests.
lot of
Now,
hygiene and bodily stuff, but go ahead.
it has everything under this umbrella. And what I like about it, they taking care of the older population, they taking care of the younger population, even those in between. Okay. So they have a great portfolio of products. And guess what? A lot of their products are those that I use. Now, this stock right now is trading around $76, which is off its all-time high of around $105. Now, why do I like this stock? I like this stock because one, it will become a dividend aristocrat. Now, if you don't know what Dividend Aristocrat is, that is a company that has given dividends for at least 25 years. And not only given dividends, they have been able to raise their dividend every year for at least 25 years. Now, this company is not a dividend aristocrat only because it reported its 25th year dividend schedule and it's what it was going to pay for a dividend too late for the S&P list of dividend aristocrats. Now they're in their 26th year of reporting dividends. And guess what? Guess what, Nadia?
What?
They raised it again. Okay, so this
Oh,
is a quality
nice.
stock. Yep. Now, right now, it's going through some troubles because of supply chain problems and things like that. But like I said, this is the company that holds Arm& and Hammer, also Waterpik. Now, I will tell you why I like Waterpik. It is my new favorite thing that I bought, and I even shared that with Nadia. Nadia, did you go out and buy a Waterpik because of me?
I did, and I will tell you something. That water pick kind of links to one of my first stocks that I picked that I think is best for a recession. And that stock is Costco. Now, you guys know Costco. I love Costco. Now, Costco is coming out with its earnings later this week, and people are saying, oh, the stock price might change because of that. I'm looking at Costco as a long term play. You know why? Because people who go to Costco, they love going to Costco. And if the recession is hitting, then people are going to tighten their belt, but they're going to start buying in bulk. Now, when it comes to Costco, you've noticed if you've been shopping in Costco lately, a lot of their a lot of their products right now, they have raised the price, but that's not them raising the prices because of supply chain. It's because of a lot of inflationary pressures. But one thing that Costco is not raising is their membership price. I'm going to give you a
Mm,
hack right now. If you have a Costco membership, upgrade to that black card. You will get paid just for having that card. People love going to Costco, and Costco pays a dividend. And if you know Nicole and I, we love dividend stocks. That's
that's
passive
true.
income that you're getting just for holding that.
Nadia's right with all those things, but I'm telling you, the reason why I like Costco is because I am one of those that is tightening my belt. But like Nadia said, I will not give up my Costco membership.
Let's jump into the price for Costco, right? So right now, Costco is trading at $500. What good news here is that Costco can also be bought as a stock slice through Charles Schwab or Fidelity. You could buy a partial share of this. So you don't have $500 to pay per share. You can still get into Costco and still take part in that dividend.
Exactly. Now, the next pick I have, I know is one that everybody talks about, but I'm going to tell you why it's on my list of buys. It is Apple. Apple is trading currently right now at $152, which is still off its 52-week high of about $180. So you're picking up at a little bit of a discount. Now, I know everybody talks about Apple, but the reason why I'm talking about it is because one, they are a company that is just gonna, I believe, is just gonna stay around and still making quality products. Two, yesterday I went to go to the movie theaters to go see The Woman King. And I have to say, great movie, by the way. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Viola Davis is gonna, she's awesome in that. Now, the reason why I bring up the movie because the movie theater was right next to an Apple store. When I walked out of the movie theater, there was a line outside the Apple store. And I asked my daughter, I said, why is there a line outside of Apple? She goes, well, you know what? the new iPhone 14 just dropped.
Hmm.
Now, I don't even know how she knew that, but she knew it. And I looked it up and she was right. People are still lining up outside of Apple to buy the new Apple products, regardless of people think we're in a recession, regardless of any other competition they have. There's still people lining up to buy an Apple product. For me and for the others, once you get an Apple product, you tend to stay with it.
All right, so let's jump into the third pick. Now, this third pick, I know it might not surprise some of you, but it's called Target. Right now, Target is selling at 162, which is a discount off of its 52-week high of 268. So you're looking at almost $100 off. Now, I'll tell you a reason why I like it. Target stock price took a beating earlier this year because they had too much inventory, so they had to slash a lot of prices, right? Now, the reason why I like Target is because looking at it from a mom's perspective, Target is the place that moms go when they want to buy their goods for their children, for themselves, for their family. Also, if you are a mom and you know the weather's getting cold, especially in states like New York or in the Midwest or anything like that, this is the place that you hang out on Friday night to get away from everybody and you're just walking through the aisles. Okay.
Little
This
retail therapy for you.
retail therapy. Now, some of my reasoning might be unorthodox, but I'm going to tell you also this. Thing is, when people are cutting back on spending, they might cut back on their discretionary spending, but they're still going to go to their go to stores. Target is a go to store for many people. Even when I'm looking at real estate deals, some of the people who are trying to sell their houses to me are saying, hey, here's a selling point. We're near a Target. Now, what other companies do you hear that as a selling point when it comes to real estate? Target is embedded in the US economy. Now, if you look at it, Target has been going through some difficulties, but they are planning long term. They are putting in new stores, they're revamping their old stores, and they've been increasing their employee wages to start enticing more cashiers in. I think even if people start tightening their belt and they start lowering their discretionary spending, still will go there for the stuff that you need.
Let me talk about Target too and why I like it. Now, again, like Nadia said, you coming from a mom's perspective. I'm also coming from a mother's perspective. Back to school just happened. My kids grow like weeds,
Mm,
okay? And when it came to providing what type of clothing I was going to get, the first place I go to is Target
yeah.
because of their cat and jack section, truthfully. Their cat and jack portfolio of clothing, high quality, low price. I'm telling you, it's comparable to Children's Place, it's comparable to Carter's and Oshkosh,
Yep.
but the price is much lower.
You know what? That brings up another point. If you look at Target, people go to Target expecting to pay full price for an item. They're not going there to look for a deal. Compared to competitors like Kohl's or Walmart, you're going there to try to use coupons or you're trying to get that rollback special. You're going there for cheap items. Target is not that. You're going there for quality items and you will pay full price. And if it's on sale, you're happy. My last pick, and that will make number 5 for us. And guess what? It's another store that you know. It is Starbucks. Okay.
Oh boy,
Now, if you
Starbucks.
know Starbucks, Starbucks has been going through a lot of changes lately. Like during COVID-19, with the shutdowns and everything, they took a bit of a hit. And if you notice, you've been on lines at Starbucks, the lines are long. People are coming in with these complicated orders, and it's just slowing things down. What I like what Starbucks is doing, they brought back in Howard Schultz. He's the CEO of Starbucks. He's retired like twice. He's come back a third time, and he'll be leaving in another couple of months after he starts training up the new CEO. What I like is that Starbucks is looking at a long term play. Forget about what's happening in the short term. They're saying we're looking forward when things are starting to get better, and we're going to set ourselves up to win. Now, the ways they're setting themselves up to win is one, they're automating a lot of processes and bringing in some new machinery. No more you're going to have these guys, the baristas, having to pour from a jug of milk, put the ice, then start stirring stuff. They're
Mm.
buying new machinery that does this, especially for their ice drinks, automatically. So that cuts down on the time. This, in my eyes, also helps with the hiring practices. It allows you to train people more and have a more consistent product across these stores. Just being a cafe owner, in my own experience, going through COVID-19, a lot of crime has increased, a lot of drug activity has increased, and it's putting customer and employee safety in jeopardy, right? So what Starbucks is doing, they're closing some stores and they're readjusting their plan. They're also moving to a more mobile and drive-through service in more locations. They're really focusing on their customer retention. If you know people who drink Starbucks, they will wait on any line and they will go to Starbucks. I don't care if they're raising the prices or not. people go to Starbucks.
They're
I'm
gonna
not a
especially
coffee
be
drinker.
coming this fall because it's PSL
Yeah, it's
season,
pumpkin spice latte season.
pumpkin spice
They
season.
have a loyalty customer base. And what they're doing is saying, you know what? We want to increase the interaction with our customers. We want to make our loyal customers happy. So they're doing this on two fronts. One, they're allowing you to use your loyalty points and start cashing them in for airline miles or for different benefits at different companies. This to me is a great play for Starbucks because it's like, okay, here's another loyalty thing to keep these customers coming back. On top of that, they're coming out with an NFT to build up customer community. And so people who are like-minded customers of Starbucks are going to be able to talk to each other in the metaverse. This is very forward thinking. So I like all these long-term plays and I see it as a win for Starbucks. Their stock is doing well right now, but I see it going up higher in the future. So if you can get in now and go through these short-term changes and reorganizations they're doing and see what they have the picture in the future, then I think Starbucks is a long term play, and I think it's it's a recession proof stock.
Those people that drink Starbucks coffee will cut back on other things before they cut back on buying their Starbucks every day to get that Starbucks fix. What is the is it Howard Schultz? He's the CEO of Starbucks, right?
Yep.
He's actually the one that created Starbucks in terms of putting it on a napkin about how he was going to get people to buy a $4 cup of coffee. The man is a business genius. He's a marketing genius. He is just
In my opinion, he is the fixer. They brought this man back from retirement twice, and he's
mhm.
in here right now and say, "Look, I'm going to help Starbucks get through this. We're not suffering because our stores are doing badly. It's more for internal mistakes. So
Yep.
let's correct this so that we go into the future kicking butt." With Starbucks, also, I like that they're reinvesting in the company. They chose not to buy back their shares earlier this year, and they chose to take that money instead and reinvest in the company so they can make sure that they have these long-term practices in place so they can grow in the future. This is great because at the end of the day, that's what matters. That will build value into that stock and it will help the stock grow.
Now, I'm very interested in hearing more about the NFT play that Starbucks is going to do and also the metaverse. You might believe in cryptocurrency in the metaverse, you might not, but I can tell you it's here. I'm investing in certain cryptocurrencies. We'll probably make a video about that later, but you have to know what's going on in that space. And companies that don't get into that space or figure out how to benefit from that space probably will be left behind.
They'll
So
be
it's
left
good to see
behind.
that Starbucks is trying to move into that.
Yeah. And they're saying right now there's a wait list. So if you want to get into it, put your name down on that wait list. If you like the stocks that we discussed, but you have no idea how to get started in the stock market, make sure you grab our stock market launch kit. The link is in the description below. We help you get started and we make it easy.
Also, if you want to know why we keep talking about dividends and why we like them so much, check out this video right here.